Hi, I'm Troy from Studio 33 Guitar. Thanks for watching. So today we're looking at how to play You Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC. This is a classic AC/DC song that's a lot of fun, and it's actually pretty easy to play. So if you're a beginner, this would be a great one to get started in AC/DC songs. And if you like playing AC/DC, you can check out my playlist where I've got a bunch of other AC/DC songs, and there's more on the way, so you can keep checking back for that. We're going to jump right into the verse and the chorus of this song, and then a little bit later in the video I will show you the intro riff that they play on the original recording. Now that section is a little bit trickier. If you are a beginner, you're going to want to get your skills up before you tackle that. But if you are a little bit more advanced, then stick around because that'll be here in the video a little bit later on. As always, you can download a free PDF version of the chords and lyrics for this song on my website, studio33guitarlessons.com. And while you're there, you can check out some of the other free lessons and PDFs that I have, and also some of the full paid courses that are available. But for now, let's zoom in on the neck and have a look at how to play You Shook Me All Night Long. So as I mentioned, there's an intro section that starts out like this. Now I'm going to show that a little bit later, but once the song starts, it kicks off with the guitars doing this. And that's going to start with a G chord. Now if you've watched some of my videos before, you've seen how I play a G chord, and that I recommend is like this, with your two fingers down here, with your ring finger here and your pinky finger just below it, and then you have your index finger here and your middle finger here. For AC/DC style chords, we generally don't want this index finger note to be playing when we play a G chord. So we can just use our middle finger on that G note up here, and then what I do is just lay that across the next string to keep it from ringing. And then you're going to play the rest of the strings together. Now next, he's going to go to a C back to G. That's going to be like this. So we're just moving that middle finger back and forth between G and C. So that makes it really simple to play. Now I've watched some videos of Angus Young playing this live, and I noticed that often he will play a more traditional style of C chord like this. And he'll go to a G chord by lifting up these fingers like this. So he'll play it a little bit more like this. He'll start this way, and then he'll go to this C chord like that. Now that's a tricky movement to go from that G to this C and then to this D chord. So to reduce the amount of movement, to make it a little bit easier, especially if you're a beginner, and even if you are a little bit more intermediate or advanced, this is just a much easier way to play this by keeping your middle finger down here and just moving it back and forth between the G and the C. Essentially, we end up with a C add 9 chord, but we're not going to, again, use the index finger. We don't need it for this chord. So we're going to do the same thing, just have that finger laying against that next string to mute it out. Now, if you prefer playing more of the traditional C chord like this, and then switching from C to G this way, you can certainly do that. I personally just find that it's a lot easier to do it this way, and it really sounds pretty similar to the way that he's doing it. Now, one key movement that's happening here is we need to deaden the chords and stop them from ringing in between. So the way that I do that is with the right hand here. I'll rest that against the strings to stop them from ringing. At the same time, I'll gently lift off my fingers. So I'm not taking the fingers right off the strings, but I'm just not squeezing down on them. And once you lift them up and combine it with the right hand against the strings, it'll cut off the chords. So that looks like this. And that's what really gives it that punchy rhythmic sound. So we're going to play that G chord and then mute it out. And then we're going to play the C chord twice, and then to G, C, G. So far we have this. And then we're going to go to a D chord. Now for the D chord, It's a typical regular shaped D chord, but again, we don't really need this middle finger note here. So we can play it just with these two fingers down, and then we're going to play the open D string along with it. So we have this. So far. Then we're going to go back and forth between the G and the D chord. That's going to sound like this. So for that move, all we're doing is we're mainly moving this middle finger up and down. So I'm alternating between the middle finger and the index finger. So the middle finger goes down, the index finger comes up. And then the index finger goes down, the middle finger comes up. Now we're also putting in those stops between those chords as well. So that sounds like this. So all that together for the verse is going to sound like this. And you're going to continue that same sequence throughout the entire verse. Now at the end of the verse, right before the chorus, you spend a little bit extra time on the D chord. This is the part where he's singing, the walls were shaking, the earth was quaking. So it kind of builds the anticipation leading into the chorus, and it starts strumming that D chord like this. So again, you're just playing from that D string down, and you start to do just a straight rhythm like that. And you're kind of building up. And then just before it goes to the chorus, you're going to put your pinky finger down on that note, and that gives you a D sus4 chord. To resolve, you're going to put your middle finger down and take your pinky off. And then you're going to go to the chorus. So that part's going to sound like this. And this is where the chorus starts. The chorus for this song is pretty similar to the verse in that it has the same three chords, G, C, and D, but the timing is a little bit different. The chorus sounds like this. So we'll start with playing the G chord twice, but the first time we hit it, we're going to be focusing just on that low G note, and then the second time we'll play the full G chord. And that'll be like this. And then we're going to do this walk up, and that's going to be the open A string, B note, and then C note. Once we get to that C note, we're going to play these two strings, the G and B strings. Then we're going to go back down to the B note and play those same two notes. And then we're going to go to the D chord. So far that's going to be like this. And then we're going to do the same little walk up to G. So altogether, the chorus sounds like this. And that'll bring you right back to the next verse, which is played exactly the same way as the first verse. Now let's take a look at the intro riff. The intro riff starts up here at the 7th fret on the G string with your index finger and the 8th fret on the B string. And you're going to play that along with the open D string. So you have this. And it starts with a pulsing low D string at the same time. So you have this sound. Then we're going to reach up to the 10th fret on the B string with our pinky finger. And then we're going to take that off and go back down to the 7th and 8th here. We're going to play that twice. And now we're going to pick from the 8 to 7, back to 8. And now we're going to use our index finger here to bar across both strings at the 7th fret. And we're going to play the high 7 and then the low 1. And then the open D string. So real slow, that's going to be like this. And then while that open D string is ringing, we're going to then move our hand down to the D chord like this. And again, we're not playing that highest string. So the open D and then the next two. So again, all together here. And once we play that chord, we're going to use our middle finger to grab the 3rd fret on the D string. And then we're going to give it just a little bit of a bend. We're going to pull that down and then lift it off and play it open. Then we have this little riff. So for that, we're playing that same note with our middle finger. And then we're going to use our pinky finger to come down on the next fret up. And then play the index finger note back to the middle finger. Give it a little bend. And then open. So again. Now, if the pinky finger is not strong enough for you to play that, you could use your ring finger for that. Because when we play that chord, once we start this little riff, we don't actually need that note in there anymore. So we could use the ring finger if you wanted to. So either way, whichever way you find more comfortable. Once we play that open D string there the second time, then it brings us back to the beginning of that riff, which is played the same way as the first time through. So the entire intro would sound like this. If you found this lesson helpful, then please let me know by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. That'll really help me out. And let me know that you like this type of lesson, and I'll continue to do more like this. I also have a lot of other AC/DC lessons. You can check them out in the playlist right here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.